Hey team,
Hello.
Rob and Rowan here. And today we're doing Mad Men / Max.
Yes, we had a Discord with our friends. A wordplay was done, and I said, should I draw that? And the answer was yes. Mad Men in a Mad Max environment. Everyone's double mad.
Bryce from accounting.
Ah, Bryce.
That was yours. Tell me about Bryce.
Well, Bryce is handling the apocalypse as well as anyone could imagine. He has taken several trophies, which you'll see that I draw. His weapon is a nail-studded briefcase attached to a series of leather belts.
As one does.
He did get a pretty nasty wound on his face that you'll see that he has put back together with office staples.
You know, you use what you have.
And there's the trophies. He's got his trophy of belts he took from others in accounting.
Are they belts or ties?
Ties, sorry.
Ties you made into a belt skirt.
Yeah, neck belts.
So are those all co-workers he's killed, then?
Or from other firms. Anyone who dared challenge his mastery of accounting. He's up-armored his business suit and has yet to stop coiffing his hair in the 80s style of
That's all he knows.
the pompadour, although the stress has given him a skunk stripe. So I'm very happy with the loafers I drew. You'll see I put in a lot of like little loafer details.
Oh yeah. Lovely loafer details.
Lovely little loafer details.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very nice shoe. That's gonna get so gross so fast.
And the foreshortening isn't perfect, but
It's
I
fun.
thought it was a good extreme thing that kind of like melded with the unreality of it all.
He's squatting.
Yep.
He looks like he's gonna put out an album.
The most fire album of the apocalypse.
His little
Debit
face.
to my ledger. Maybe we should have waited until my meds kicked in before recording this, but we'll see.
I think it's better this way. It's you in your most like pure form.
We'll go to the comments and see if they enjoy unmedicated Rob.
I mean, you were on medicated Rob for many, many years.
It was.
You had a whole comic series.
I did. That was the whole premise, is that I should be on medication, and turns out yes, it should be.
I like the spikes.
He's lost his undershirt, but he has his vest and most of his jacket left. He's not wearing socks with his loafers.
I do like the spikes on the briefcase.
Those turned out better than I thought too. Because I just said this is the doodle, so
Yeah.
they get better as I go in with pen.
Yeah. Well, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
We're watching it form.
The chaos of the blue flashing on and off.
Oh, there's the scar.
Yep.
The staples. Ka-chunk.
The hair is coiffed.
I feel like that is a legitimate, though, stapling a wound shut.
Yes, but probably not with office staples.
Probably not.
They do have medical staples.
Still, I mean, apocalypse situation.
Yeah, you can use what you can get.
Yeah. Now we're doing the briefcase. Spikes.
Spikes. So it is not quite square, and that's because it has been used in battle. So I wanted it to be bent in places.
Yeah, it's been smacked against people.
Exactly.
That makes sense to me. Spikes.
Yeah.
Spikes. How do you think the spikes were made? Are they things jammed through the case, or things, like, attached?
Jammed through. I tried to, puff the leather around them to show that they were driven through.
What had the spikes been? Just, like, iron nails or something?
Nails, screws, detritus.
Whatever he had lying around.
And there's probably some bricks in there, too, to give it heft.
Legitimately scary weapon.
Yeah. And then do the colors. I did kind of an orangish blue thing. Not 100%, but enough to give it, like, a basic theme. Even my blacks are based on oranges and blues, so that it kind of fits the balance.
I like that. Those are good colors.
They're good apocalypse colors. Well, so we'll talk about it when we get to it, but with the skin tone, I had ideas I was talking to you about, because I'm just like, I don't think this motherfucker wears sunscreen.
No. Well, because where would you get it? Once it's the apocalypse.
Well, also, I mean, they always had a expanded idea of their own mortality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In like the Mad Men are, they're not thinking about consequences. They're just cigars and whiskey.
Yeah. So then apply that to Apocalypse.
Exactly.
You're gonna wind up with not great skincare.
Yeah.
He's gonna look like the leather of the bag.
I did the belts all different colors.
I like that. They're all kind of sewn together.
Yeah, looking back, I was like, oh, I should have made like a little bit dangling from the attachment, but then I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you wanted to use this in a TTRPG book as a character design,
I clean it up a bit, yeah.
yeah, you can always add to it. Not that you have to use every single thing you do for a speed draw, I'm just saying. You could, if you wanted to.
If you use stuff you already have, then, it's less legwork.
It is. That's our hot tip.
Well, part of the issue with my particular mental thing is I need to make new things always. I have that need for the novel. So I've done this, and now it's like, okay, I have to do something else, or it's not interesting enough.
No. We'd also talked about how our wedding invitation also had, like, it was 1950s, but it was post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
So I like that it fits in that kind of vein, too, of dressed very nicely, but something horrible has happened.
Yeah.
He looks in great pain. Great pain.
He's not having the most fun.
No.
But he's winning.
Yeah.
That's the important thing to Bryce.
Doing the scan.
Yeah.
Doing the skin tone.
Getting the proper pink of an office worker who has also been under the sun for who knows how long.
Yeah. And I imagine you'd get kind of dirty out here, too.
Yeah.
Just the grossness of the wasteland.
Drawing all the nails.
Mm-hmm. I like the summer sort of curved.
Yeah.
Bloody.
It's not healing properly.
No.
I want even very bold eyes.
Yeah. Between the eyes and the, like, jawline. I love the idea that this guy was, like, conventionally very handsome before everything went to shit.
Yeah. And originally I was going to do patterns on all the ties, and then at this point I'm like 3.5 hours into it, and I'm like, nah, they're getting colors.
Nah.
I got stuff to do.
Again, it's something you could mess with later if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Emphasis on if you wanted to.
In 10 years we have a clean up your art challenge, and it's something I go back to, yeah, I'm going to make it better.
Yeah.
So stick around for 10 more years.
Mm-hmm. It's always an interesting task when you don't want to do the same color next to each other.
Yeah.
You have to keep track of, like, cool and warm and all that.
Yeah, the ties were where I broke the orange blue.
You did it, though. And it looks good.
I thought it would, because it's right across the middle.
There's the skunk stripe.
Yep. Adding some shadows.
And the harsh daylight.
Mm-hmm. At some point I'll remember that those buttons need to be filled in.
One day.
Also, you'll catch a little bit on the side, my Photoshop keeps messing up. And, like, not refreshing the left side of the screen.
Oh. Yeah.
So there's just a stripe there that just doesn't change. And if that stripe gets too large, I just have to stop the program and restart.
Making them toasty.
Trying to figure out, like, okay, what areas are getting the most sun, and then blending it a little bit to make it look both like an old and a new sunburn.
Yeah.
It's never properly healing. And there he is.
And here's the finished guy.
Yay!
Here's Bryce from accounting.
You can see his sunburns.
Mm-hmm. Is he on pavement?
Yeah, I want to put him on like a roadscape with like a pale sky behind him. At this point, I wasn't going to put too much into the background, so.
Mrs. Darla Slicer.
Darla Slicer. Oh, that is evocative.
Mrs. Darla Slicer.
Mrs. Darla Slicer. I'm glad she's married. She deserves someone.
Well, her husband is dead.
Okay. So do you automatically convert to Ms.?
Well, she didn't. She likes Mrs.
Alright.
She killed him.
Keeps the jackals at bay, I suppose.
She killed him. Her logic is that he's still with her always, because she ate him.
Okay.
I'm not husband.
Alright. Dear viewer, we will never be getting divorced.
Not Rob. Yeah. My thought is that he was the one to take her leg. They had some kind of violent argument. He was not a good man.
Tragedy.
And he had crushed her leg under something, and so now she's got a prosthetic, and she keeps things in the leg. And,
It's a secret knife for later.
she did lose her mind. As happens.
But she kept her gas mask.
Yeah. I think that's actually how
Oh,
her
that's a
husband...
really good pattern you did.
Thank you. I think that's actually how her husband died, was something related to the gas. Or the air, in general.
I could see her keeping a tidy home.
Mm-hmm.
That's full of mustard gas.
Yeah. No, she very much wanted to be the perfect housewife. And got a guy who just didn't appreciate her.
So she ate him.
She's got her pearl earrings. She made a roast from him.
Oh.
Ronnie was the husband, and now it's Ronnie the roast. Well, now he's nothing. And she's wearing a grenade.
Emergency grenade.
That made sense to me.
Well, we talked about that. She does have a necklace of grenade pins with one grenade still there.
Yeah.
Because it's storytelling.
Yeah. And I had to futz with these a little bit.
They look good.
Thank you. I hope you still like them when I change them drastically. And there's her bracelet of ears. At one point I thought maybe they were from like her book club. That it was just people she disagreed with.
People who enjoyed Moby Dick, and she's like, why?
What's with you and the whale?
If I wanted to read a whale textbook, I would read a whale textbook.
They could also belong to readers. I don't know, who do you think? Also her giant ring. That she will bash people with. She has a giant diamond ring.
Oh.
And very long, sharp nails. She's just a weapon who looks very dainty from far away. And I based her dress on like 3 different dresses that are worn in the show, Mad Men. I took bits and pieces from a bunch of different people.
Yes, the reference images were a fun scroll, because the fashion for women is more than the men.
Yeah, more than just suits.
Yeah.
And that's her hair knife. Her dress has little flowers on it. I wanted it to be more, effeminate. With her little bow and all that.
Yeah. She likes feeling pretty.
Yeah, I do like her hair knife, though.
She's hacking and slashing.
Yeah, it's in a sheath that's attached to the mask, so she can take it out easily.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I wanted everything to be very pastel.
Very happy.
Yeah.
Everything's fine, actually.
Yeah, everything's fine. And her little garter belt and and prosthetic leg, and it's all pastels. Her mask won't be, but that was secondhand.
It's very hard to get pastel things from the Army Navy store.
Yeah, it was secondhand, so.
Yeah. They are not high fashion.
No. And I spent too much time on that mask. But everything's pink and blue, and I realize now trans colors, which, that works. Maybe she's trans now. I had a lot of fun with her. I like her a lot, Mrs. Darla. And
She looks good. She looks fun.
yeah, there's some
yeah.
shine.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Every so often you do like a little detail thing and I go, oh, impressive!
And I did want it to look like maybe she was a little radiated.
Oh, yeah, with the green.
Yeah, like she's got something wrong with her skin.
Yeah, no one knew what radiation was back in the day. You just
No.
put uranium in the kids' science kits and then wonder why cancer rates skyrocketed.
Exactly. So she's got some stuff going on. And, I don't know what her face looks like under there. I think something horrible.
Yeah, probably not great.
So she just wears the mask, and it's fine. And she'll take the mask off if she's gonna, have a snack.
Or if you're about to die.
Or both. Gonna eat you.
Sure enough.
Oh, no.
She's got a taste for it now. Man flesh.
I think specifically men. I don't think she eats women.
Men who wrong her.
Yeah.
She sets up a moral quandary, and if you fail, she's just like, I'll have you over for dinner.
Yeah, and if, someone asks, like, why don't you eat women, she'll just say, well, I don't swing that way. I'm straight.
They just never seemed appetizing to me.
So, yeah, Mrs. Darla's like...
I like the bad boys.
They're bad, but they taste good.
That's a good one.
I just kept working it and trying not to overwork it to make sure there was contrast.
Looks really good.
Thank you so much. I do want her to be in something. I don't know what. Maybe as the cover for an apocalyptic story or something. And I'm not quite done.
We do have ideas for different, because we have Unicorns Anthology, and we
Yeah.
had talked about an Apocalypse Anthology.
I wanted to show her up close a little bit, and now I'm doing a background.
Ooh.
I can't draw a heart symmetrically, so I figured that out. There we go.
You did it.
I did. And then I messed with it some more.
Yeah.
Because, she's a romantic. I wanted that to
The
show.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, she's a romantic. And that's Mrs. Darla Slicer.
Good to meet you, Miss Slicer. Please don't kill me and eat me.
So,
would you survive the apocalypse? Would you want to?
would you survive Mad Men?
I would survive Mad Men. I'd probably do better in the apocalypse than Mad Men.
Yeah, that was
Mad
kind of
Men
my thought,
requires
too.
a lot of, like, lying and subterfuge and politicking, and I'd just rather stab people.
Which would you rather be in? Sound off in the comments.
Rock on.
Rock on.